The indie world is definitely something, seeing how people take their own strings and bring their ideas and passion projects to life, such as music, video games, and animated series. It's amazing how a small group of people can create amazing things. Most of the time. Now focusing on indie animation, they share one thing in common that I'll gently call 3D phobia. For what I've seen, some of the most popular indie series are in 2D animation. Don't ask me why, because I don't know and I don't really care. But then, when Australian studio woke up out of nowhere and left a message that would mark the future of indie animation. 2D stands for DD's Not. Glitch Productions, as the official website states, is a fully self-sustained Australian animation studio, which makes animated shows targeted at teens and young adults that tell fun and whimsical stories, like a world ruled by video games, a summer island with a mythical legend, and that pilot that nobody cares about. And even then, all of these series cannot compete with their most popular brand, Murder Drones. This series was born in 2021 by the hand and mind of Liam Bickers, creator of Cliffside. Does anyone here remember Cliffside? I sure don't! This horror comedy series shows an exoplanet where humankind was eradicated and drones live happily, until murder drones appear to murder all the drones. But why? With this premise in mind, I had the idea of watching the 5 episodes that are up to this day. So this video took so long and they released episode 6, ha 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 ha, and see why everybody loves it with my own eyes. And so I did. I don't get it. Okay, here we go. And what a better place to start than the beginning. So let's search Murder Drones on YouTube and see what we got. Oh no, what have I done? Stop it! Ah! You know, I actually want to try with this series. So instead of watching it in the original language, I'll go with the Spanish dub, so I can actually understand most of what is happening. So my good friend Memory Nightmare suggested me this fan channel named Glitch Latino, and I'm actually glad I saw this ones instead, because personally,
it's the biggest piece of dog shit.
So we begin episode 1 with a little exposition of what is going on here. We are in Copper 9, the poor man imitation of Deep Dish 9. Here, a company called GC Jensen deployed their latest creation, the worker drones. Drones that worked for them.
These guys are on fire with these names.
So the worker drones do the hard work of humans and oopsie daisy, they mistreat them. Who would have guessed? What's actually different here is that the robots didn't kill humanity. Humanity killed itself. So all humans are dead and what's left are the drones. So they start a new life. Wait a bleeding second. Is that a baby? Are they the fathers? Where did the baby come from? Did they order it from Amazon? Did she give birth to it? How did he nail her? Okay, DC Jordan, you not only have the resources to make a bitch-ass lot of robots, you also made them sentient, which, if it wasn't for your attempt of remaking Chernobyl, it would draw back perfectly worse for you all. And you also made them breedable. What was the point of this company of making robots breedable? Okay, scratch that. What was the point of Glitch implying that the robots are breedable? Easy! Anyways, the corporation isn't happy about robot sex, so they send the true horror of this series, the Disassembly drones, or as they are better known, the Murder Drones. Wasn't it easier to send them condoms? And so we're in the present time, and we meet Uzi Dorman, who's not a door, explaining that they all hid inside a complex saved by 3 doors that her own dad made. And after all of this, she pulls out a fucking laser gun, takes straight from Metal Slug. Hold on! I thought we were in Robot Utopia, not Culiacan! Hey, that's me. Completely dead inside. But then...
And is it supposed to be that color?
Fuck, she's not dead! We have a little scene after the accident. Uzi's sad, this guy wants to get laid, wants to cheer her up. Uzi explains her plan of infiltrating the Murder Drone's lair to steal a vital component for her gun. And here's more proof that the robots fuck.
I'm not mad at you, by the way, just generally hormonal.
They have bloody hormones. How the fuck That same night, Uzi prepared her master plan. But first, the unnecessary excuse yourself and escape your relative scene, where we met Can Dorman, who's also not a door but wants to fuck one very badly. Finally, Thor's sexual representation on media.
Why?
She eventually escapes, enters Corpse Mountain, and finds the peace. Overall, everything's going good. Too good.
Boss fight time!
Laser gun.
End of the boss fight time! Oh my god!
The systems of this murder drone fails and can identify Uzi as a worker drone, just what the plot needed. Here we meet serial designation N, a boy that the fandoms loves too much. I think too much. Like, oh my life, who the fuck made this kind of shit? Kind of much. And just when Uzi is about to go, her teeny tiny wound that she got on the battle brought Anne's attention, who mentioned that it can be cured with
Sweet,
their own saliva. Great, now we have robot spit as a major plot point, and that just sounds like something you would buy on OnlyFans. And talks with Uzi about two other drones that are part of his team, J, the bitchy leader, and V, the psycho of the group, Anne's romantic interest, and my personal favorite model. I mean, look how she looks in the Disassembly Required video. She looks like a vampire! If I have to give credit to this series and Glitch as a whole, is that they put a lot of time, care, and effort on the graphics, models, and animation. All here looks flawless and alive. The animation is smooth, the models are polished, and they indeed look like robots, like the ones of the Portal games. They definitely know what they are doing. Back on track. After a little talk, Uzi starts making big questions to Anne. Like, if they haven't thought of what the company would do after their job is done. Question that actually hit me so hard. Then I remember I'm watching a series where canonically robots watch anime. V and J arrive at the place and Uzi just escapes like an old cartoon character. J reboots and he discovers that he screwed up so badly and goes after Uzi. Uzi barely returns home and closes the door. Or did she? And fucks up the door systems and this becomes a bloody slaughterhouse. God, this is intense. This is brutal. This is as frenetic as a P rank on Pizza Tower. Actually no, Pizza Tower is better. After all of this, Ken appears and he's just fucking scared of what just happened. Have a little argument with her daughter while Anne is just standing there. But then Anne is like, well, I'ma fuck you up and oh, it's right in the boob, I guess. And I'm so upset about you. You can't just go outside and stab other women's boobs without consent. Get your shit together or we will cancel you on Twitter.com. And yeets Uzi's gun and conventionally glances near Ken and his daughter, his own bloody daughter, asks him to trust her and point the laser to the murder drone. She asks for her father's help. And what did he do?
Really, Nick?
He left her for dead, instead of redeeming himself for killing his wife, which he outright confessed 11 minutes ago. Nah, he just cares about his bloody doors. They are just doors! B and J arrive and are proud of Anne's work, because nobody breached those defenses before and... You made 3 doors. You made 3 main defenses to avoid the enemy reaching you and your people. And you're telling me that the rope is made of fucking cardboard? Can someone please remind me of why are we doing this?
Granted.
Oh, yeah. Of course. So Anne actually tries to talk with Jay about all that Uzi told him and she just installed free Robux on him. Uzi wakes up apparently fine, I mean she just got stabbed on a tit, and helps Anne to rebel against the murder drones. What do I hear now? Yes, it's boss fight time! But now...
With color!
Armor piercer!
Heavy machine gun! Go home to mommy!
Okay! Surprise, motherfucker!
Laser gun.
So Jay's dead, V is defeated, and Uzi's very upset with her father. They leave the place and go talk about what's next. Murder humankind. Now, two things that I have to say here is that one, in this close-up to Uzi's face, we can see a little strange symbol on her eye, the same eye that glitched out when Anne stabbed her. According to Ness, the symbol will gain a major meaning in later episodes, especially in episode 4. And two, poor Anne, he's the only man in this cast, and seeing how these two women are crazy as nuts, he's not getting laid, he's getting raped! So this was definitely something. It seems like Glitch had a lot of faith on this pilot, and the numbers reflected that, and still do. With all this big story ready to take the world by storm, it was just a matter of weeks or months to expand the Murder Drones universe. With episode 2. We spent a whole year with barely any Murder Drones thing. Yeah, there were some fan arts, an 8-minute announcement about season 1, and of course merchandise. But other than that, the hype was mostly dead.
19 days later after the first anniversary.
Episode 2 was out and the hype We begin episode 2 with... It's been only a minute. Okay, so we got a view of what I guess is the past and the waiter of Luigi's mansion. V wasn't a psychopath before, J was still a bitch, and a woman named Tessa, and another drone, and Vietnam flashbacks, and boom! Ellipsis. Well, folks, guess you'll have to see the whole series to solve this mystery. Ha 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 ha.
Hive Emerges.
We see the gang with their own problems, and with his past, Uzi worried about her eye, and V...
Just chillin'.
So we hear that Jay was actually following orders from someone who's definitely not that so-called Tessa we saw early. Nah, how could you think that? We're back to the bunker and see, the roof is complete garbage! Again, what was the point of the doors if the roof is as fragile as the old house fandom? A guy is left to fix the roof and they leave him alone. In the dark. And we don't have flashlight. Okay, I'm sure nothing bad will happen to him. Oh, what a bloody gas! The guy finds Jay's corpse, a dead dog, that thing, and of course, his own death. Next, we see Can talking with Uzi's teacher and how she has been gone for a couple days now. No shit, Sherlock. And that she always was a troublemaker in class. Not obeying the class rules, swapping bodies with her classmates for some reason, and doing a reference to Friday Night Funkin'. The teacher implies that it can be for two reasons. Or that her father has the fault, or that her programming is malfunctioning. Of course it's her father's fault. He cared more for a bloody door than his own family. Back with the gang, Uzi somehow sweating, pissing pain. They feel pain, they have hormones, they can reproduce, and they also have bloody fluids other than oil. And this one at least makes sense. If her face can get wet, I don't want to know what other parts can get wet. We see again Mr. Wanna Get Laid, and Uzi starts with her Joker arc.
You don't get it, N. We live in a society where CG5 makes songs about bad memes instead of making a Pizza Tower one. Reason is random encounters did a really bad one and I want it to fucking disappear!
Here's where Tad mentions that a bunch of drones have been disappearing and that Jay's corpse was moving or something. And just like in Scooby-Doo, they go investigate. We're in the bunker again and we see our good stairman again. Definitely not sus looking at all. Another drone dies and we see more closely the creatures that haunts this place. Why does it look like something Trevor Anderson would make? Anyway, Susie and Ann arrives at the door and Ann tries to apologize with the drones.
Give it to me!
Nah, that doesn't happen and they enter the bunker once more. A little infiltrating and more murder later, we're back at the school. Hold your horses! We're just jumping from one place to another with no reason at all. How is the viewer supposed to digest all of this? Anyways, Ken's arguing with the teacher. He doesn't give half a damn. A student that's way behind the classroom asks for her friend's parents and... this happens.
Мертвые. Я смотрела, как они умирали.
The fuck did you just say?
What? When? Where? Why? These things can multi-language now? And the funniest part is that they seem to understand each other while talking in their own languages. They're not even bothering talking the same one. How did that work? Did PC Jackson have a task division in Russia and they wanted to send their own worker drones? Was her family coded in the Russian equivalent of Python? I don't get it! This is another reason why I prefer these dubs. In the Glitch Latino dubs, she actually speaks English and I welcome that. But for the sake of this video, I will still put the Russian one and nobody will stop me. Anyways, another drone's definitely not suspiciously waiting at the door, and as a living creature who can think, she wants to get her in. Oh god. Oh god! Time for another Slaughterhouse! Back with the Scooby Gang, they found something written in the walls called Absolute Solver, which is more or less the Medigun from TF2 in software mode. Why the fuck does this relate to Uzi's eye and Jay as a whole? Well, that explanation is very funny, you see. Is that thing from the Addams Family? That's kidnap, Uzi and N go save him, and of course, because they're the protagonists, they can be fooled with the holograms. Just what the plot needed. A ninja store leader, Tad's rescue, and...
Super invited to my shindig next weekend. Cool kids only.
Okay, that one was actually funny. That thingamabob gets pissed, and we discovered that that thing is not actually Jay, but the Absolute Solver itself trying to repair her with parts of other drones. And here is where Brain.exe crashes so hard, not even the task manager can deal with it. Because in a matter of 4 minutes, we see all of this. A hologram was his mother. The solver symbol on her eye and leaves the server. Lovecraftian horror. Hands back, hands dead. Lucy's traumatized and returns to the server. It's actually not a real one. Goodbye, lesser gun. Lucy's about to die. No, she's not. This is supposed to be that color. Allahu Akbar. A black hole's appear and it's that thing. The meat crab returns. The meat crab dies. The meat crab dissolves in oblivion. Lucy's still traumatized. The real Khan finds Lucy. Post-traumatic amends and escapes the bunker. Back to school with the Russian gal. What actually happened early? Russian XJ now also have the solver and she knows how to use it? While the girls here are psychopaths. Why does she has a bit of a V? This is her crush. Hence the press. Lucy has PTSD. Roll credits. All this part gave me too much trouble not only analyzing the story, but also writing this bloody script. Too much happens in no time, and I couldn't digest it all on my first watch. What is that shit? Why is she there? What the fuck is that? Did Lucy forget what her dad did last episode? I mean, this scene ends up like this.
Oh Uzi, I am sorry for what happened an episode ago. I thought you were mad at me, but it seems like a close to death experience fixes everything. Am I right, fellas?
No comics for months.
And that will be all for Murder Drones by now. Yes, this is where I originally ended everything. But turns out this video took way longer than anticipated. Additionally, Glitch Latino released their dub of episode 3. So... we started in the bunker again, but now decorated for the promo of 3071. For the second time in a row, drones are starting to disappear, but now it's not for whatever the fuck was that shit. And this time, they apparently are just students. A drone's running away from something in complete fear until her glasses break spontaneously, showing some red error messages. Where did I say this one before? If this wasn't enough of a cliche, we have something else that just oof adds up to the suspense.
Allegedly.
Introducing the Dark Hall Like if it was a complete surprise for anyone, there's something at the end of the hall, and that something is our good friend. And with the help of AR Blender, installs on this lady a Bluetooth arm and a Bluetooth head. And now I'm questioning the whole point of the murder drones, if the worker drones just kill each other anyways. Doll returns to her home with the satisfaction of killing every single prom queen, and now she can... Then she greets her parent. Hold up! Did you really keep your parents' corpse in your house? Like the guy from Psycho? Back with Uzi, she's still traumatized with what happened an episode ago. So traumatized in fact, she becomes an annoying bitch.
Epic Paranoid Montaje XD.
Ken's apparently trying to be a better father, and let me tell you mate, that's a little bit too late. He's preparing her for the big prom coming later that night. He even got the audacity of finding her partners to go and have a night she never had before.
Sup, freak?
Oh no.
She never had a night like this. Because she never died before. Back to the murder drones lair, and Anne's still depressed about being a danger for the worker drones. Yeah, duh, that's the whole point of your team, you dumbo. V is planning something for the prom of the workers, and it involves murder and a dress.
Doyle's house.
You motherfucker! Why don't you have so many roaches? Get some fucking rape! Was just uncomfortable about the place and being with them, but she's trapped, and there's nowhere to run nor hide. Like if we didn't know already, she was insane. Back when the murder drones ends trying to give V his trust on whatever she's planning, they can figure it out together and be better together. Thank you. She's getting dressed for prom until her eye goes cuckoo crazy again and breaks the mirror. And while trying to keep in place the pieces, she hears through the wall that Lizzie and Doll are trying to kill her. Seriously, what the piss is wrong with these robots? She finally discovers a big ass oil stain on the floor. She investigates and... I'm sorry, but if I didn't make this joke, I would have punched myself to sleep. Because this is, in fact, the shower scene. After finding this, she hears steps approaching to her direction. And it's not the pizza guy. Doll enters the bath without knocking, kinda rude. And guess what? Uzi's not there because she vented. Uzi's running away as fast as possible, but she's stopped by N himself. Oh yeah, he wasn't dead.
Puta madre.
And how convenient, they both are dressed for the occasion. Definitely not tempting that side of the fandom. N's about to go because drama, but Uzi actually wants him to help her stop whatever the fuck Doll's planning. She invites him to prom, and he accepts. Finally, it's prom time, and everybody's having the time of their lives. And now it's time to announce the queen. But there's no participants left, so who will she be? Oh, we're gonna die! Mother Bitcher V. Lizzie explains that she's not there to kill anybody and they are actually friends? When the carrots this story happened. Anyways, V's the prom queen, but that doesn't stop her murderous intentions, so she plays along.
And everyone you should have seen it.
But then Uzi and N interrupts the show because we forgot about Putin's own Alexa. This was her plan all along. Catch V on a very vulnerable state so she can avenge her parents by killing the murderer. If only murder drones could actually fucking die! And no, being a Russian copy of Carrie White but on steroids does not give you the power to ignore the bloody script to pizza! And Uzi saves V and Doll start doubting her for being on their side. They both lost someone thanks to them after all. But who cares if she's advocating for the wrong cause? There's no yin or yang on this because someone else is pulling the strings over them. And she knows all too well. She's not alone on her cause. Her people will finish this war from its core. Together. Doll says Big L plus radio and start a fight of equal chances. Way too equal chances! This fight may be fair game, but it is endless, tenacious, and it screams once more for another boss fight time.
Okay! See you in hell.
Nope. Swallow it. Rocket launcher.
After the most epic battle sequence I've ever seen, the second most epic one actually, Doll's still up, and she's not giving up that easily. It requires more than missiles and kitchen knives to take this contender down.
That was easy.
Uzi takes the gang to investigate inside Doll's house and they find bodies. So many bodies. Man, this lady is even better at killing than the machines made by that. I think MC Jebediah should have hired her instead of this whore. Of course, two of those corpses are from her parents, Yiba and Hukersovsky. Notice that Yiba has a special tag on her neck, and we all can figure out what this means by taking a closer look at that logo. Of course, he's the battle pack! Out of the shadows, Doll revives and takes out the bullet V gave her for a final move. Oh, how convenient, the solver activated. Doll realizes that Uzi has the solver too and apologizes for everything, promising that she will help her eventually, leaving more questions than answers for all of us.
I hate it here!
After all of this, a drone is outside searching for his glasses in the snow, until something falls from the sky at max speed. More landers. Now that scene makes more sense. The fact is, these landers didn't come out on their own. Someone brought them here to finish the work. Tessa itself. Oh, and Jay's here too. Am I finally done? Yeah? Oh, thank Lord! With half this series out of the way, let's return to the outro I recorded 2 months ago. Yes, I hate my life, thanks for asking. I hope you all like this one, and just for the record, no! I don't hate Murder Drones, nor Glitch. I'm actually enjoying my time watching this, making dumb jokes, and I definitely would make more videos for other Glitch series, like Meta Runner or the Amazing Digital Circus when that drops out. Anyways, that's all for me today. Thanks for wasting your time on me, and I'll see you very soon. Take care!